So, welcome back to Let's Play Final Fantasy XIII-2. I'm 9gear Crow.
And I'm Blind Sally.
And today, we are riding to Valhalla, all shiny and chrome.
I kind of wish we went to New Bodom, because I would like to see what sort of coffee makers they have there.
I've been to New Bodom, trust me, they're pieces of shit.
Oh.
Like everything else in New Bodom.
They don't sell Bodoms?
No.
Today, the role of Artix will be played by 9gear Crow, and the role of Fadul will be played by myself.
I guess we'll see how well that works.
I think, sort of.
I don't know, maybe I was just literally throwing this video attached to a brick through my window.
Okay, first question,
yeah?
What does the AF stand for? Like, there was 3 question marks and then AF, so like, are we going to the time period that is confusing as fuck?
Hell, that's one way of interpreting it. No, AF stands for after fall, which is essentially
Cocoon
the time.
falling,
Yeah,
right?
Cocoon
Yes.
falling out of the sky at the end of 13 proper.
So, I guess, warning, I have played most of Final Fantasy XIII, and I'm aware of its events, but I don't know anything about Final Fantasy XIII-2.
And to my shame, I have played the entirety of 13 and the entirety of 13-2, including this DLC, so I am painfully aware of what's going on right now.
So that fella right there, I've seen some really big swords held by people with really tiny arms in Final Fantasies before, but this one really takes the cake. What do they call cake in Final Fantasy?
Cake?
Okay.
Actually, no, wait, they'd be flans, wouldn't they?
There you go, yeah.
Because, yeah, flans
This one
are
really
kind of
takes
cake.
the flan.
Fuck me, there's another 30 minutes of this shit.
Ding.
Oh, hey, Sarah, what are you doing here?
Sarah!
Okay, so, please explain to me a little bit what's going on. Why is Lightning fighting, Pretty Boy?
Okay, so...
And give me the
version.
real Cliff Notes version.
Alright, so... The guy in black that she's fighting is named Caius. He's basically a big, buff jackass who's the game's version of Sephiroth. He's voiced by Liam O'Brien, and he has a sexy voice. He's pissed off at death because his time waifu has space age and she keeps shitting herself and dying on him.
Can't be.
So, he wants to break time by killing everyone. Oh, and that bit that we saw right there?
Why?
Because, stop asking questions, just go with it. But that bit right there, that was the ending to Final Fantasy XIII-2. And the fun thing about this DLC is, the second that you, like, say, go buy it and download it, you can do that before you start the game. Once you clear New Bodom, which is the start of the game, you can then go immediately into Requiem of the Goddess and have the ending of Final Fantasy XIII-2 spoiled for you right then and there.
So this DLC is like one giant, like, patch fix. They realized Final Fantasy XIII-2 was a bad game, and they released a patch you could pay for. It's not free, that allowed you to skip the game.
Yes and no, because it's not really a patch fix, because the gameplay in this is worse than 13-2 proper.
Okay, so it's still cheaper just to turn the thing off.
Yeah, oh yeah.
So, some interesting aesthetic choices in this video. It looks like we're in New Londo from, or Anor Londo, I should say, from Dark Souls, the architecture in the background, and those weird, dark spirit things flying into Lightning's dead body, I guess, really looked like Shadow of the Colossus, so... I don't know if I'm missing something, like, from between 13 to 13-2. Or if this is just part of the DLC.
I don't know, the only explanation I can offer you is, Motomo Toriyama decided to make an entirely different game between 13 and 13-2, and in the span of that time period, he decided, oh yeah, Lightning is Jesus.
Okay, so that brings up a question then. We're in Valhalla. So is Lightning dead then?
Technically?
So she's like in purgatory fighting the devil? Like, is Caius the devil? Like some pretty boy?
I don't know. She's like, she's basically the hand of the king for Etro, who is the god of death. So she is this immortal, like, all-powerful badass, yet she can't leave Valhalla or do shit. So she's trapped here fighting a meaningless war for all time with Caius.
And forgive me, I don't know my my Valhalla lore, but isn't that sort of like the great heroes died and went to Valhalla to fight an eternal battle before Ragnarok ended everything? Or was it they went to Valhalla to hang out and party until until Ragnarok, in which event they fought till the end of everything? How familiar are you with your lore and mythology?
I did study a bit of Norse mythology in school, but yeah, I guess it depends on the version and the translator.
Right. So why is Hope here? Or that was Sarah, right?
Yeah, that was Sarah.
Sorry, why is Sarah here?
Because Sarah died at the end of 13-2 because she realized she could see time.
I can see time too. I'm looking at the clock on the wall right now.
Oh god, don't die on me.
Yeah. And what is this? Did they run out of budget for their DLC and now we're getting the second half of Xenogears?
I think maybe, I don't know.
This was the war that would decide the future.
Okay, so
I don't mind the music. I'll give it that.
Oh god, yeah, 13-2 has an amazing soundtrack. That's the really sad part.
Let's not be too generous. I heard Crazy Chocobo and Chocobo and
how dare you besmirch Crazy Chocobo?
I dare.
Okay, so let's take a look at the tutorial here for this
Please
thing.
don't.
And oh god damn it, Artix.
Oh, thank you, Artix.
Alright, so great. Looks like we have to explain this shit then.
You have to explain this stuff.
Okay, so basically, Caius is a super boss monster. He's got 2.25 million HP.
He's got the Soul Edge or Soul Caliber.
Yep.
It's called.
Yep. His, like, stats are all jacked up so you can barely do any damage to him. He's resistant to just about everything you can throw at him. And, oh yeah, the game starts you out with lightning, basically, as a level 1 crap character.
So his last name is Ballad?
It is, yes.
Ballad means, I think it comes from a French word. I've looked this up. And it is to dance. So going off of that, I think that this guy really is the devil, because the devil sings and dances, sings song. The devil went down to Georgia, right? Had a song to sing. So we're basically fighting the devil, right? We're in purgatory.
Yes, that big-ass sword he has transforms into a giant base.
Okay, and you lost, so...
I didn't lose, Artix lost.
Okay, so...
Okay, so...
Explain it. So how are you supposed to beat this?
So that's the thing. This isn't a bug, it's a feature. What you need to do... We're
not playing WrestleMania 2014 now, are we?
No, Iggy Igson isn't here, unfortunately. But, okay, so yeah, these are all lightnings...
Personal best 0.
I know.
Story of my life, right? Oh,
I was going to say that's
too close to home.
Yeah, that sums up this LP in a sentence or an image.
Life.
But anyway, though, those paradigms that you saw there were lightning's... Basically, I want to call them DLC-exclusive single-person paradigms.
Wait, so you don't get Shaman and... I missed the other ones. I only saw Shaman because I was going to make a joke about how I was going to pronounce it wrong. She's Shaman. She's going to use Shaman to be Shaman. Caius here about his terrible fashion sense.
Oh, wow, it's almost like we've done this before.
What are you talking about?
Oh, yeah, but sorry, I'm thinking of the Paradox timeline. That didn't happen. But yeah, Lightning's got Paladin, which is essentially the commando state or paradigm. Mage, which is the half of the Ravager paradigm that uses like the actual magic. Shaman is the paradigm that Shaman. You say tomato, I say go fuck yourself. So Shaman is the one, or God damn it! Shaman is the one that uses the half physical, half magical attacks like Thunder Strike, whatnot. And Knight is basically Sentinel with the serial numbers filed off.
Sure. So you're not losing. Is this still Artix playing, or have we switched to your footage?
Oh no, my footage shows up at the end.
Okay. Fun fact. Crow wasn't happy enough with the footage that Artix sent him, so he went back and played more Final Fantasy XIII-2 to get more footage. Talk about dedication.
Never
This isn't even
let
your
it
LP.
No! Why did I agree to this?
You're a good friend. And plus, I thought Artix
suppose.
was buying you something expensive. Can we get a confirmed deny from Artix, please?
Oh yeah, that is very true.
Yeah, like, what was it, like a new Maserati or something? Like, my goodness. Talk about generosity. So what level are we here at then? Because you are, Artix, I should say, is not dead yet.
I don't know, I think this is fairly high in the level range. Like, for the DLC, Lightning has a level set range from 1 to 10, and you need to be around probably level 7-ish to beat Caius completely.
Right, because what I'm getting is that this is, and maybe the Anor Londo reference I made earlier is fitting, you're supposed to die again and again in order to level up to finally beat him.
Yeah. And, again, that's Square basically trying to pad out the game to get their full, like, hour and a half's worth of content.
Right. So you remember when Square used to release games that were fun?
Vaguely. I think I might have been in high school at the time.
Right.
Nowadays they only publish games that are fun, like Tomb Raider and Deus Ex.
And I did like Deus Ex. Thank goodness for PlayStation Plus. I didn't actually pay for either of those directly. Whoops. I'm not a very good Square Enix supporter, I suppose.
You're not a very good Squire either. Like, look at this crap. Okay, so, here's Lightning's Limit Break / Feral Link is what they call it in this game.
Legion of One.
Legion of One, yeah.
Play on words there.
Yep.
A legion being many and a one being singular. It's,
well,
what do we call that? An oxymoron?
Maybe. It's actually supposed to be a beefed-up version of her original 13 Limit Break, Army of One.
Which is also an oxymoron. Army of One.
But, like, that's an actual recruiting slogan the U.S. Army used to use, become an Army of One.
But perhaps it's more... Perhaps if I were to be more in-game lore accurate, we would call it a paradox.
Artix, I'm sorry. I'm really fucking sorry. I'm gonna murder his ass. I swear to Christ.
Oh, we're level 2. Don't swear to Christ. Swear to Lightning. I thought you already made that connection earlier.
I swear to Dash Rendar. Here, how's that?
Goodness, the LPs are converging. Convergence?
Is it too late to drag C. Jacobs into this?
Yes.
Okay, so now, after God knows how many hours of Artix trying to power level Lightning up, we now get access to the, I think, 5th Paradigm Conjurer. And Conjurer is basically a really jacked up synergist, so that's where you get, like, all your buff spells, like,
Right, sure.
Yeah, there's 2 of them, like, one is Mighty Guard and the other is Aura. Aura gives you all the, like, the attack-enhancing, abilities, and as well as haste. And Mighty Guard gives you all the defense-enhancing ones. And
as a plebeian who's only played part of Final Fantasy XIII, the combat system for Final Fantasy XIII-2 is essentially the same. Is that what we're looking at? Because this looks like Final Fantasy XIII.
Pretty much. The only thing that they've done is they've sped up the paradigm shifting a little bit.
Right.
And they've tweaked the like the party AI a little bit, but that doesn't really come into play here because, you know, it's just you as Lightning versus Caius.
That's too bad. I really did not enjoy the battle system in 13. I want to go back to the 10 system. As much as I disliked the characters in Final Fantasy X, I know that's cliche at this point, but, you know, I really enjoyed the battle system. Even if the spear grid was really easy to sort of break over your knee.
Like, yeah, the second you get, like, a level 1 unlock, basically the game is yours.
Oh, goodness. Yeah, absolutely. Yeah. But fun! That was a good battle system.
And I know it seems, again, haha, paradoxical, but I actually like the story of Final Fantasy X more than I really liked any of the characters in it.
Yeah, I didn't mind the story. I just, I did not connect with anyone The only character I really enjoyed was the most aloof and disconnected of all of them, Orin. And perhaps I liked him because it's like a cat, right? You kind of ignore it and you appreciate it that it ignores you, right? Everyone else it felt was trying too hard, was too this or too little of that, too much of this. Orin just kind of ignored you, and it's like, yeah, I can appreciate that. Give me the cold shoulder, that's good.
Oh, well, I'll just, oh yeah, look at fucking Chaos Bahamut here, Caius' second form. Look at that HP.
I mean, numbers become so meaningless to me in the Final Fantasy 13 games.
Well, even then, like, I was gonna make a point about how, like, they said that, like, the producers said that Caius was the strongest Final Fantasy character ever, and I was gonna say, oh yeah, the numbers back that up because of his high HP.
I guess.
But I'm actually kind of wrong because Orphan, the final boss of 13 proper, has 6 million HP.
I just feel like we're plugging in, what, MMO numbers? And for what? This is like, it's HP inflation, man. We need to go back to, like, RPGs where getting a single HP was worth something, right? Doing 10 damage to something was like, whoa, that's intense. I think Undertale, that new, it's not super new, but the new sort of indie RPG that's sort of making waves since Lisa did on Steam. I think it has a very small HP pool. And I think that's really fascinating. I haven't played Undertale. That's on my to-do list, but I like that, and I don't necessarily think... I'm not saying Undertale is a response to the inflated HP of the Final Fantasy 13 series.
It's an interesting alternative, is what you're saying, basically.
Yeah, that's correct.
Because, yeah, like, the point I was going to make was, like, in a sense, this is sort of emblematic of the... I don't want to call it the misstep, but the weird direction. Better. Yeah, well, like everything.
Chrono Trigger, like 999 HP max, 999 MP max. SP, I forget what it was.
Yeah,
whatever.
But yeah, it's like this. This has become reflective of Square's MO when it has come to the Final Fantasy series. Like everything has
more
to be
like Square's MMO.
Yeah, I know that's the sad part because they're like 11 and 14 are actually supposed to be pretty good games, but what's going on here is very emblematic of like everything has to be big and grandiose and sweeping, but at the same time,
Did Square make Fire Emblem? Can I say like Fire Emblematic?
Get out!
I don't know.
I'm trying to make a
Artix isn't
point.
Here, or I would be booted from chat.
Oh, more than that! Like I swear, like you're gonna get probated just by guest commenting in this video. I think that's gonna be a first.
Would it be a first? We've been probated for our LPs before. We both have.
Yeah, but that was usually because of stuff we've done directly, though.
You're saying this isn't our fault? You recorded extra footage for this video.
Yeah, like 3 seconds of it.
You played how many hours to get 3 seconds of footage?
I think the footage, the raw footage was about 90 minutes.
Oh my god.
And that was me intentionally trying to fuck up the first battle.
Okay, wait. Did Chaos Bahamut just turn into a car or a plane?
Yeah, that's his thing. Like, you know how
he's dancing.
Like,
check that out.
I know he's getting jiggy with it. And then lightning killed him.
Caius Ballard is living up to his name.
Well, fun fact, he is, like, his full title is Caius of the Ballads.
Yes,
so,
that is a fun fact I learned
in the Paradox timeline.
In the Paradox timeline.
But holy shit, look at that. We have beaten Final Fantasy 13-2.
If you were to tell me that was like the whole content of the game, I'd be like, I'm not impressed. Like,
oh, don't worry. Now we've got 20 minutes of an epilogue to get through.
Let my sister go.
By what right do you?
She said to the black ooze. Oh no, it is something. Okay.
Yeah. Yeah. So that's Yule. That's Caius' time waifu, and surprise, she's secretly evil for reasons.
I'm sure there are reasons. Are they just never explained to us?
Pretty much.
Does it follow the Dark Souls principle of there's enough hints that you can sort of create some lore out of it, like like
Oh, yeah,
Velka
like everything else.
or the Firstborn, given that we are sort of in an Anor Londo-looking place. Or
Yeah.
is it the sort of, we're not going to give you any information, so choose your own adventure.
Yeah. Yeah, basically, is it old school From Software where they just reset the universe completely,
Right.
like after it gets to a certain point, or new school From Software?
Dispatched to death's realm by my own hand.
Although with the Souls games, I think From's still kind of doing that. Just whatever, reset it, and
Yeah.
who cares?
Oh, trust me, you have not seen a From Software universe reset until you played an Armored Core
I'm
game.
not going to play an Armored Core game. You cannot make me. If you
you.
eventually decide on playing every Armored Core game, Godspeed, Goonspeed. But
No, Arclight Borealis is doing that. He's got me
Right.
covered there.
My atonement.
Okay, so yeah, that was basically a quick recap of Lightning's role in 13-2. She technically dies and then becomes badass warrior goddess who still can't do shit because Etro is a terrible,
so was
terrible
she in
deity.
13-2, or is... Because I'd heard, like, on the forums,
I needed you, Sarah.
spoiled, like, 13
That's why I
is,
asked
or
for your help.
Lightning isn't really in 13-2.
Yeah,
like-
she's in it for like probably 20 minutes, maybe?
Yeah, which is why the third game is Lightning Returns, because, hey, she's back! That's our selling point.
I know.
It's up to you. To
I know,
keep hope
I was gonna tell Ardix, like, oh, you should name Lightning Returns, like, she never went away, but then I played 13-2 and I realized,
Right.
oh god, yeah, wait.
There is no
So why are we flying through the Stargate?
There is no hope.
This is Final
is like
Fantasy
that,
13-2's, like, time matrix.
Right, but this is like that scene in,
Began her journey.
the LPs are converging again. Dead Space
Yeah.
3, when C. Jacobs went through the Stargate, you should recut this audio and change the soundtrack so the Stargate theme plays at this point.
Oh
Please.
god, no, Ardix would murder me if I did that. Da, 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 da. This is
Right.
entirely inappropriate. Da, 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 da. Okay, so yeah, now I guess Sarah's body is there for some reason.
Sure, she's alright. However, she's not really alright because we're still in Valhalla, so this is all in, like,
Don't be
some
sorry.
afterlife imagination, right? Like, this isn't real.
And forget your tears.
I
don't
I
need them.
really don't know what is real and what isn't at this point.
Is that Sarah
No matter
again?
what future is waiting for us. I have
No, this is Lightning's
regrets.
guilty conscience.
Are you sure?
No matter what end
I-
we see coming.
I don't know.
Because
Maybe-
Lightning
Change my
saw
mind.
a hallucination of Sarah created by Caius at the beginning of this video, right?
You
Yeah.
know what
So,
happened.
are you sure this isn't just like purgatory? Is Caius
Actually-
actually dead,
oh.
or is there going to be like a stinger at the
Taught me
end?
how to live
Oh
my
wait,
life.
shit! I just figured it out. That's Etro trying to goad
No matter
her
what,
into sitting on the
Shouldn't give
throne.
up hope.
Okay. Oh
Because
my god. So, is this the
Etro-
Throne of Want? Are we really watching a
believe
Dark
in
Souls
you.
ripoff?
I think we are.
My
This world's
goodness.
safe.
Oh god,
So it's
Etro is just
okay.
the worst.
I don't mind if I'm gone. Sarah!
Basically,
That's
What's
very
going-
zen of Sarah. Like, I don't mind if I
I
go.
have
Okay.
no
Yeah.
regrets.
Sure.
None at all.
Yeah, very
I
zen.
chose to
That's
start my journey because I wanted
I
to
don't think
see
many
it.
people would feel that way.
well,
But there
funnily
was a
enough, that
reason
is sort
I
of how
decided
she
to
acts
let
near
go.
the end of
It
13-2
was a
itself.
promise
Like
I
she's
made
like,
to myself.
okay, yeah, you know what? I'm probably gonna die by doing this, but I don't care as long as I, like, actually make a difference and save people.
Do you have
Screw
any
that.
regrets, Sarah? Yeah, I always wanted to go to an all-you-can-eat steak buffet. I don't know why my Sarah voice is so deep, but I'm rolling with it.
I know you're channeling more Snow at that point.
Don't
Like,
forget me.
No, my
Oh.
impression of Snow would be one of the guys from Monty Python cross-dressing.
The cocoon fell, and you seemed to just
Oh, like-
disappear.
I still really want to like just go back and like dub in like Laura Bailey's boss voice
They said that
from
you were
Saints Row
gone,
3 over
Right.
all of Sarah's lines.
Please do.
dead,
Don't tell Artex.
but not me. I just knew. I knew that you were alive somewhere, and I'd find
Shout
you
out to
eventually.
Lightning's ineffective armor.
I never gave up.
Oh
hope,
god, yeah.
And now here we are.
The two of them, they're just the most impractically dressed characters,
Remember me.
male or female, in a Final Fantasy game ever.
Yeah.
And I'm pretty sure like there are some armors you can get in like 11 and 14 that are literally
Look at
just
those
bras
bare
and
shoulders.
panties.
Why are you even wearing pauldrons at that point? I mean, I guess like she's undead in purgatory and is like what a god at this point. So who cares? It's like superhero comics, right? Wonder Woman doesn't need to wear armor because she's actually invulnerable. What are you gonna do, right? She's gonna wear whatever the heck she wants because she's goddamn Wonder Woman.
And plus, you gotta remember, Etro gave her that armor, and as we've already established over the course of this LP, Etro is the shittiest god ever.
So he's like Zeus, this really inappropriate, boisterous, like, weirdo.
No, that's the thing, Etro's a woman.
Oh. I don't think I remember Etro from Final Fantasy 13. Were they in Final Fantasy 13? Because Etro is a new name to me.
She was part of Final Fantasy 13's big giant data log lore, like all the backstory. She essentially is a Dark Souls like lore character, but she was brought into prominence for this game. Like,
so if you didn't read the data lore dumps in Final Fantasy 13, you're out of the loop.
Yeah, that's the thing, like, Square Enix actually put out a video explaining the 13 universe's cosmology, and I watched it for some reason.
I don't think,
and I
I
still
wouldn't
don't
blame,
know what the fuck's going on.
Square Enix for that, because I think that's surprisingly common in video games nowadays. Like people who played Mass Effect but didn't care for the really boring, repetitive side missions probably would have no idea who Cerberus was come Mass Effect 2. And suddenly they're like the main character. And I don't blame anyone for not wanting to play Mass Effect 1's boring side quests. They are dull and tedious and repetitive, and I played Mass Effect like 8 times. Love that game. The Cerberus plotline was really pointless until, surprise, surprise, Mass Effect 2, when, hey, they're the main characters. Surprise. You don't remember them? Go back and check your data logs in Mass Effect 1.
And then, to cap it all off, Mass Effect 3 comes along, and suddenly all of those boring-ass plot, like the side quest things, they all become semi-plot relevant, because, like, you need all of them to wrap up the Conrad Werner side quest. Which is... which is sad, because it's the most hilarious way to wrap up that plot line, too.
Goodness, what is that? The Death Star?
That is...
Cocoon?
Yeah, that is Hope's new cocoon. That is Bunavelza, which turned out to be an absolute piece of shit, yeah.
That was a joke.
Hope traveled, like, I don't know, 400 years
okay,
through time.
This is, you know what vibes I'm getting here? Sorry to interrupt.
What?
This is like that scene in Raiders of the Lost Ark. By sitting on that throne, did lightning just open the Pandora's box? And are those beams of light, like, disintegrating people?
Yeah, like, lightning broke time, basically.
Right. Okay.
But yeah, no, Hope traveled, like, 500 years into the future to create a new cocoon, and then just when it got off the ground, the ending of Final Fantasy XIII-2 happened and everyone died. Like, Hope has the worst luck in the entire universe.
I just feel like the everyone died ending, that's like, you take like a college level, year 1 creative writing course, and they're like, hey man, it's really sloppy and cliche if you end your story with everyone dying. Like, really? It's like the biggest cop-out.
Oh, wait till we get to Lightning Returns.
Right. Was that your bit just there?
No, this was, again, more stuff Artix did. Oh, this is what happens if you somehow manage to 5-star both Caius and Chaos Bahamut.
Okay, so we are done the DLC, and now we're seeing like the what if bonus stuff.
Yeah.
Right? Okay.
So this is like the alternate ending. I don't know really, like I didn't encounter this one in my playthrough. So again, this is all new stuff to me technically if you don't count the Paradox timeline.
Right.
Drowning in a sea of chaos.
But yeah, what you
a gift.
the really important thing that we sort of just missed there was
the Witch of Izalith drowning in a bed of chaos.
Yes.
It is a constant turmoil.
But if you 5-star Chaos Bahamut, you have a very strong chance of actually getting DLC Lightning as a summonable monster for your party in 13-2 proper.
Do you want that, though? Is that something you actually want?
I don't really know how she plays as a monster, so...
Is it like getting, like in Final Fantasy VII, getting Knights of the Round? Like, oh, this awesome summon that can, like, do so much awesome stuff, but by the time you get it, like, what's the point? Like, you're so
Like,
over-leveled.
It's more bragging rights, like...
Right.
You know,
And so,
you want it just for
it is
that one
something
battle
far
against
too
Genova
precious
Synthesis
to
where you
lose.
whip it out at the start of the battle,
Do you
and
get an
then 2
achievement
minutes
for it?
later...
To hold on.
If you don't get Xbox Live gamer
God.
score,
Oh
what's the
god,
point?
Consumed by
actually,
chaos.
actually,
In a world where
the
spirits
Steam
really?
version of Final Fantasy VII has an achievement for getting
I
Knights of the
ask
Round.
Have I the strength to
well.
embrace my gift?
We have come full
We've come
circle.
full circle.
For now, I sleep. My dreams
When I left you, I was but the
It's like
learner.
the kiln of the first
Now
flame.
I'm the master.
that I await
Is
the end of
Square
eternity.
Enix saw From getting some really good success and
And the day
or maybe
I
aping
awaken
other
once again.
contemporary series.
God, maybe we should have brought C. Jacobs in for this.
Yeah, maybe. Shout out to C. Jacobs. Not
We
here
miss
right
you,
now.
buddy.
Here in spirit.
Okay, so this is the part I recorded.
All right. Remember, 90
So-
minutes to get, what, 30 seconds of footage?
Yes, so this is what happens if you don't 5-star Caius' first form. He disappears in a fart of darkness, and you have to go refight him again.
Fart of darkness. You get a gold star for effort, Crow.